I'm Dayan.
And I'm Alistair, and welcome to
Barangay Abroad! Ang kwento ng mga tawa, luha, saya at hirap ng mga overseas Filipinos.
So for today's episode, ang pag-uusapan natin at ang episode natin ay pinamagatang
Culture or Kulto?
So today, Dayan, again, another experiment from Barangay Abroad as future scientists. No, so ang ginawa ko ay parang inask ko yung artificial intelligence community. And sabi ko sa kay artificial intelligence, can you generate for me parang 6 habits that are very Pinoy and then contrast it with something very Dutch or very European. So again, Google Gemini yung specific application.
Yeah.
So kung i-contest nyo yung output, take it up with Google.
Yes.
Don't take it up with us.
Send a customer service request.
So magre-reflect lang kami
Yes.
sa mga supposed habits or differences in culture.
Yeah. And by the way, generalization to. Hindi to parang specific. And not all. Parang
Correct.
It's not doesn't apply to all, but for the majority, according to Google,
Google Gemini.
Yeah, ito yung majority daw.
Okay, so ready ka na ba, Dayan?
Ready na!
Okay, but before that, ikaw ba, very big artificial intelligence user?
Yes.
In what aspect of life?
Everything.
Kunwari, what will I have for dinner? Ask mo si AI.
Hindi naman. Pero,
So, not everything.
joke lang kasing everything. For me, yes. I use AI mostly kasi encouraged din sa work. I am not using it as much as I want to. Meaning, meron kasi yung parang basic usage. Like, parang you ask it to create slides for you, docs, or you ask to create a model. But that's one use case. I want to level up and use AI to yung for example Claude Code na parang it creates emails for me if I just make a prompt and then it creates emails. Yung Google Calendar, i-affect na rin niya. And yung third level na gusto ko is to create an app. And I'm saying this in Barangay Abroad para mas may pressure ako na shocks. Kailangan kong gumawa ng simple app. Yun.
Grabe no, minsan, ang simple lang nung tanong ko. Tapos parang babalikan ka ng thesis. Yun lang naman yung akin. Yung parang
warm-up question lang naman, pero tinake niya as the main question.
Thank you. I guess, Filipino trait ba yung verbose? Filipino trait
Dayan
ba yung
trait.
Oo, kasi parang
tinanong mo ngayon, kamusta ka?
Parang, kamusta ka? Tapos parang, actually, alam mo, kahapon pumunta ako ng punerarya kasi yung kapinsan ko ay pumanaw na. Pero alam mo, nung 2 araw na nakaraan, actually, muntik na akong masagasaan. Pero nag-iisip ako, okay ba yung buhay ko? Kasi nung tinignan ko yung karera ko at kinumpara ko sa ibang tao,
ang dami yung sinabi. Pwede naman sabihin na,
to be fair, gusto ko naman ng konting level. Pero yung levels mo talaga, yung parang 10 levels agad. Walang in between.
warm-up pa lang.
Walang in between. Yun lang naman yung ask ko. Okay, wala tayong time for my answer. So, next question na tayo. So, sabi ng production, kailangan na daw natin i-cut and go straight to the point.
Wait, sagutin mo.
Sinabi ng production, no more time. We have to focus on the topic at hand. Okay.
Sagutin mo. Kahit 2 seconds lang.
Gusto ba ka ng AI? Yep. Yun na. Gusto ko ng AI. Medyo basic functionalities.
Tawa ako. Ang dami kong ang sagot. I'm sorry.
So, okay. So, let's start the game. Game talaga. Game na. So, sabi ng AI, sabi lang to ni AI. So, sabi nila, so the first AI-generated habit na Pinoy versus Dutch, sabi nila, the Filipino time versus strict punctuality. Sabi nila,
do you agree or not? Ay, uminom muna siya ng tubig.
I agree.
Ito yung mga nakaubos ng time.
I agree. Parang, for me yun, so kung sabi nila dito, yung Filipino daw, messaging niya ay, on the way na ako, pero nasa shower pa.
Oo.
Or parang,
sabi talaga nung ni Gemini na parang sinasabi ng Filipinos, on the way na ako pero nasa shower pa? Or ikaw na lang to?
Hindi, AI to. And to be fair, may kilala akong ganitong tao. Yung alam mo yung parang,
on the way na pero
parang,
on the way to the banyo.
Oo, parang, girl, wag mo kulukuhin. Parang, Ano ka ba ganitong friend? Ako may mga at least 2 or 3.
May mga
Notorious talaga.
Ay, notorious.
And I say that with love.
Yeah, may mga kilala ba ako? I would say me 10 years ago. I would agree. I mean, parang I would admit na me 10 years ago siguro, pagsasabihin ko na on the way na to the banyo, to ligo, and to prepare. On the way up the couch para mag-prepare. So, yes, agree.
And then, sabi naman nila daw, yung Dutch or Europeans, punctuality is a strict moral obligation. Grabe naman yung word na moral. Talagang, parang, not just legal, it's a moral obligation. Super totoo to. Sabi ko nga, di ba dito, dumating ka lang, kung 2 p.m. yung appointment, tapos dumating ka ng 2:02, magsusorry ka. Tapos kailangan mo ng 3 Hail Mary, 5 Our Father, and 2 Glory Be.
Oo. Tsaka yung talaga, pag nag-i-invite kami sa apartment namin ng mga Dutch friends or even European friends, pag sinabi namin 7:30, as in 7:30, may magdo-doorbell na. Tapos sunod-sunod na yan na, in the span of 2 minutes, 2 minutes before, after, may magdo-doorbell. Yun yung span nila.
Tapos pag sa Philippines, pag mag-host ka ng 7:30, tapos mag-doorbell ka ng 7:30, wala pa yung host. Di ba? Yung kahit yung host minsan. Ako na-experience ko na to. Parang pumunta ako noong December, so umuwi ako ng Philippines. May isa akong friend na nag-host ng Christmas party. Legit. Dumating ako ng 7, wala pa yung host. So, di ba? Medyo totoo tong Filipino time.
Actually, minsan, pag umuwi ako, tapos sasabihin, kunwari, 2:30 or whatever, kinakabahan na ako. Parang, shocks, gaano kaya ako katagal maghihintay? Yun na yung napipil ko.
Kasi naka-adopt ka na.
Kasi naka-adopt na ako
to
na...
the Dutch punctuality.
Oo. Except lang pagka naapektuhan talaga ng traffic. Na legit apekto ng traffic. Let's say, galing ako, yung estimate ko was 1 hour, tapos naging 15 minutes because of traffic. Yun, legit na late ako because of traffic. Pero kung yung because of my own doing, I tried to,
Naka-adopt ka na.
Oo.
Except in that circumstance, tsaka this morning.
This morning,
Kasi late din siya. So, di ko alam ano yung kiniklaim niya.
hindi. Kasi this morning, meron akong personal issue, which is hindi ako nakatulog on time. Pero twice ko na sinabi yun sa episode. So, isipin nila 2 days.
And most of all,
Mari-reveal na 1 day shoot
hindi
lang.
lang yun ha. Late na nga siya, pinili pa niyang magkape. Oy.
True, yeah. I guess the claim is,
Debunked.
yes.
Okay, let's go to the second AI generated generalization. Sabi niya, it's the calendar obsession versus spontaneous living. Diba?
Ako magsasabi sa Pinoy. Sabi ni Gemini, Pinoys, schedules are fluid and highly dependent on mood. Mood talaga. Traffic or family needs. Using an app to schedule a casual chat with a friend is seen as cold, overly corporate, and un-Filipino. Group chat plans are usually made on a whim. Guys, coffee tayo ngayon.
In English, guys coffee today. So yung mga Dutch or Europeans naman daw, sabi nila, it's driven entirely by agenda culture. You cannot simply ask a Dutch friend to hang out this evening. They will open their Google Calendar or paper planner to find a slot 3 weeks, free slot 3 weeks from now. Anong masasabi mo dito, Dayan?
Agree. Kasi, agree dun sa Dutch na parang very rare ako makakita ng Dutch friend na kaya ko ayain on the same day. Kasi talagang months yung scheduling. Pero yung sa Pinoy, parang for me medyo divided. Kasi may mga Pinoy na kaladkarin pa rin. Pero may mga Pinoys na I think nag-adulting na and yung mga may family na hindi talaga kaladkarin. Yung parang may mga sanggol. Tapos biglang, oy, coffee tayo today. Siyempre, no. So, yun yung mga So, I think factor of adulting na divide yung Pinoy group na may mga kaladkaran, merong hindi na. Yun. You?
No, agree. So, generalizations ba to or truth? Wow! Pero yun nga, very calendar, things need to be planned. And I think yun, hindi ko naman sinasabi na lahat ng Dutch adults or my children, pero I think it really revolves around that. So,
Yeah, true.
kapag may child ka, wala namang child, hindi uso yung help at home. So, kailangan yung children mo, pag hindi mo pinick up sa daycare, wala mong pick up dyan in general. Tapos, yun nga, wala ka rin katuwang sa household chores. So, normally, you would have to do it yourself. So, medyo understand ko naman. Medyo hindi lang ako sanay.
Yeah.
If that makes
Yeah.
sense. So, nung isang araw, again, ito nung Thursday lang, lumabas kami nung Dutch friend ko for a company, parang unplanned company parang event. So, company event siya, pero hindi namin plinan gumo. Tapos parang same day, nagkaalukan lang. Ayun, pina-check up ko siya kung Dutch ba talaga siya. Tapos pina-take ko siya ng lineage. Yung lineage test.
Kasi
na pwede
baka
mong malaman
Pilipino
kung
pala siya.
Ilang percent. Pero na-shock ako na parang, okay, pupunta pala talaga kami doon. Okay, and medyo spontaneous yung pag-invite.
Yeah, but again, I guess, siguro in general, more often than not, it happens. Pero may a few times na like this na pumapayag naman. Same way as sinabi ko naka-adapt na ako to not being late. But today, because of circumstances, na-late ako.
For some reason lang, yung circumstances, parang parating meron pag may barangay abroad shoot. So,
Oy, hindi! The last times, I was on time. To the point na naghintay pa ako sa labas kasi ang aga ko.
comment if you believe.
Yun,
Okay, but should we go to the third, Dayan?
Sige.
Ano daw yung third habit?
Yung third is, ito medyo controversial. Wow, controversial. Hindi, para sa...
At tagal na natin tinatry maging controversial.
Walang hindi nangyayari.
Walang lumalapit na controversial. Pero try natin. Sige, what is it?
It's procrastination, manana habit versus hyper-efficiency. So sabi ni Gemini, Pinoy's, the cultural concept of mamayana or doing it later is deeply amplified by social media scrolling. Tawang-tawa.
Controversial ba? Kasi marang nakaka-relate ka na.
Social media scrolling. Pinoys are masters of bedtime procrastination. True ba? Staying up late watching TikToks. This procrastination is handled with humor, resulting in endless viral memes about cramming work the last second.
And sabi nila, yung Dutch or Europeans, procrastination is viewed as an absolute failure of personal efficiency. The Dutch live by the philosophy of optimization and view time as a finite currency. They compartmentalize their social media consumption tightly so it never bleeds into scheduled productivity.
Grabe naman yung attack sa social media. Talagang yun yung ni Gemini, no?
Hindi ko alam.
Baka yung other
prompt
searches
ko.
mo about social media.
Baka yung prompt ko.
Sige.
Pero, okay, so let's go to the core of it. Mas prone ba sa procrastination ng Filipino versus Dutch from what you have seen?
Yes.
Okay, and I can also affirm yes. So parang, okay, wag na natin to, take na natin to as fact.
Hindi, kasi, bakit nga ba? So, bakit ko sinabing yes? Kasi, mas
Bakit sinabing yes?
mas nagpo-procrastinate or mas nakikita ko yung procrastination in the Philippine culture kasi hindi kasi, as an example, nung nag-work ako sa Philippines, ang dami talagang chika. Ang daming side comment.
Ang daming coffee catch-up.
Ang daming coffee catch-up, ang daming chismisan.
Yung lunch na 11:30 pa lang naghahanap na ng kakainan.
Oo, tapos yung magmerienda. Alam mo, rare yung merienda culture dito.
Hindi ko
Diba? Meron ka
yes
ba?
and no. May office mate ako, Dutch siya.
Oo.
Yung kasama kong lumabas nung Thursday na spontaneous. Meron silang parang soup culture ng 3 p.m., 3:30.
Soup?
Oo, parang
Sabaw?
Kappa-soup. Di ba may kappa-soup sa yung company
cup
na
noodles.
pinagtatrabaho? Hindi siya noodles eh. Parang, parang broth, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, the point of it is, pero 15 minutes lang. Parang may limit. Siyempre kasi, parang merienda lang na mini.
Ay, alam mo, tama ka. Kasi meron yung friend yung husband ko na Dutch, or office mate, na parang pag magbe-break siya, Yossi break, or coffee break, as in time talaga na, okay, my break time is over. I have to go back to work. Whereas sa Philippines, and by the way, yung sinasabi ko sa Philippines, I am also one of them na pag pag magko-coffee talagang matagal. Tapos ang tagal ng intro times. Yung mga warm-up questions na parang, ay, kamusta ka na? Kamusta ang weekend? Ay, alam mo ba? 15 minutes done. Tapos, saka pala magme-meeting.
I can confirm. Nakikita ko si Diane parati sa office, ganun nga siya.
Oh, excuse me.
Habang while I work very hard,
Oh, excuse me, hindi tayo
nagdadabog na ako
office
sa
mates.
keyboard. Nakikita ko siya na parang, ay, ayan na naman siya, nagkape na naman siya. Ay, ayan na naman siya, nagchika na naman siya.
Ay, nako. Anyway, yun yung, yun yung POV, kaya ako sinabi na yes, medyo mas nagpo-procrastinate nga sa Philippines. And to be fair to the Dutch, they're really hyper-efficient. Kasi nakikita ko to sa pagpasok. Pumapasok sila ng mga like 9, tapos natatapos sila ng 5. Lahat yun productive hours, or most of it are productive hours.
Okay. Actually, speaking of parang efficiency, ito, dati na-offend ako nung sa Philippines. Kasi sa Philippines before, mga nakaka 13-hour workday. Alam mo yun, yung, to be honest, 8 hours na lang ako, if at all, nowadays a day. Tapos before, na-offend ako dun sa mga nagsasabi na, baka inefficient ka lang. Pero parang looking back, feeling ko hindi rin ako honest to myself. 15 years ago, na meron nga din talagang inefficiencies as Diane would describe. Ng chika minute, daming coffee times, less focus.
Yeah.
May isa kaming episode before on social media. So parang na-realize ko, parang mas common for me to check my phone. Not always social media, but even messaging. As opposed to, may mga teammates ako na parang never binuksan yung phone.
Correct.
For the entirety. Kasi, naka-open pala yung WhatsApp sa laptop. Hindi, joke lang. Pero gets nyo, parang hindi rin sila prone to distraction. Talagang focus on the goal.
Yeah.
Kasi ayaw na nila yung attitude na mamaya na yan.
Tsaka yung napansin ko, hindi ko alam kung mas perfectionist lang yung mga kakilala ko sa Philippines. Pero sa yung mga Dutch, kahit hindi perfect, basta matapos, done. And sometimes, pag perfectionist ka kasi, you would spend a lot of time perfecting something na yung incremental margin or marginal benefit of making it perfect is not that beneficial na versus finishing it at a shorter time na maybe not be perfect but it's good enough.
So doing the most yung mga Filipinos?
Hindi ko sure kung total or just my circle siguro. Pero kasi even yung mga kunwari mga sales lady din or ganyan. As in, doing the most talaga na would go over and beyond to serve a customer. Meanwhile, here, parang, ayan na yung fries mo, ayan na yung keme mo, bye-bye. Diba? Parang may ganung factor.
Okay. So far, nag-agree kami kay Google Gemini. Tingnan natin sa pagbabalik ng podcast kung ganun pa rin ang case. So, Diane, let's take a break.
See you! And we're back!
Ay, ang taas ng energy niya. Hindi na kita tatanungin ng warm-up question kasi baka maubusan na tayo ng time. So, yung fourth naman natin na according to Google Gemini again, in terms of parang Filipino habits or culture, sabi nila daw, natatawa na ako. Chismis versus extreme privacy.
Okay.
Sabi nila yung Pinoy
wait,
daw.
Wait. Gusto ko sabihin yung definition na ng chismis.
Community surveillance.
Ano yun?
If you think about it, di ba? It's parang scanning the community. Parang probing. And
Yun pala.
Parang...
Akala ko yung chismis is gossip. Pero ito, chismis, yung translation niya is community surveillance.
In a way it is.
In a way it is. Pero parang, nice way to put it.
Okay, so Pinoys daw sabi nila, Marites, gossip culture turns social media platforms into a community surveillance network. Bakit? Iniisip ko tuloy kung basta Marites culture town square daw where everyone investigate and everyone else's business. Sharing screenshots of private
private
chat
chats.
to manage community drama. Basta marites, I guess is the point ng mga Pinoy. Ano daw ang sinasabi about the Dutch?
Pag
Miss
Dutch and
Diane?
European, sabi, keep their business strictly to themselves under a do normal, or it's the Dutch word for just act normal mindset. Gossip is viewed as a highly unprofessional and petty act. They use social media solely for functional updates, keeping personal affairs locked tightly behind closed doors.
Okay, ito yung one point na parang super hindi ako agree. Wow!
Which part?
Honestly, ito yung part na super agree ako. Versus all. Grabe. I think mas chismosa talaga yung mga Pinoy versus Dutch. I cannot count how many times ako nasusurprise sa lack of pakialam ng mga Dutch versus yung pag-fictionalize ng mga Filipino. Naalala ko lang, kunwari, may friend kami before, naghanap sila ng apartment ng partner niya.
Pinoy,
Tapos,
so?
tapos, so naghanap sila nung partner niya. Tas yung yung apartment na gusto nilang bilhin, parang binibenta nung guy kasi nag-break na daw with the girl. So, binili na together pero naghiwalay.
Diyos ko, tinan mo, ito
Yun yung reason for selling. Tapos, yung Dutch
ito po ang
guy,
case in point ng chismisan.
yung Dutch guy, walang pakialam. Tapos yung Pilipina, tsaka ako, nagkukwentuhan na, ay, baka kaya gusto ibenta, tas ayaw ibenta nung babae dun sa lalaki kasi baka nag-cheat dun sa mismong apartment. Tapos parang, ang dami nang nangyari dun sa story.
Permutations. Oo, ang
Na-
daming versions.
Sabi nung Dutch dun sa Pinay, parang, ano bang pakialam nyo? Which is totoo naman, di ba? Pero kami, for fun. Di ba?
Oo.
May ganun ka ba?
Oo, yung isang manifestation din nito, sa akin ha, is, pag tinetext ko talaga yung mga group chats ko na with Filipino friends, lagi ko talagang tinatanong, anong chismis? Even my parents, parang, kamusta dyan? Anong chismis? As in, yun talaga. Kasi sinasabi ko, wala kasing chismis dito. Uhaw na uhaw kami sa chismis. Please give us chismis.
Oo, parang iniisip ko, to be fair, di naman ako biggest consumer of Dutch media. Wala siguro dito mga The Buzz or Star Talk. Diba? Parang hindi uso, no?
Tsaka, for them, pag may mga artista, ito hindi naman masyadong sa chismis or extreme privacy. Siguro man a bit connected. Pag may mga artista, keb sila. Tapos hindi sila talaga magpapapicture na kasi they respect their privacy. So
Correct.
for example, si Harry Styles nag-concert siya sa Amsterdam ng 10 days. Hindi, 10 concerts. So parang 2 weeks, 2 to 3
Give or
weeks siya
take,
nandito.
yeah.
Tapos nagpupunta siya sa park. Na nagjo-jogging siya, nagpupunta siya sa mga cafe, coffee siya, ganyan. Hindi siya dinudumog.
Ay, kung alam ko lang,
Ano?
nagpunta ako at nakidumog ako.
Hindi nga siya dinudumog.
Kaya nga, so ako yung dudumog kasi wala naman palang dudumog.
Oo, so parang of course, may mga casually parang, hi, can we take a picture? Pero kung sa Pinas nangyari yan,
Tapos ewan ko kung
Diba?
ma-compare mo. So, kunwari, kapag may Filipino friend ka, tapos mag-a-ask ka about, or kamusta na si Diane, another Filipino, even if hindi nila alam yung totoong nangyari, parang may sagot parati na, pero I think nagkaganito na yan. Or, ang rinig ko ganon. Whereas pag Dutch person yung tinanong mo about another Dutch person, pag no, I don't know anything. Whereas sa Filipino,
It's
even
just-
if you don't know anything, mag-aisip ka, okay,
stare
pero
ng
most
pot.
likely ganito kasi ganito yung ginawa niyan dati. Dati nanloko yan. So, hindi ko alam kung sila pa rin. Or actually, alam mo, wala na ako nakikitang post niyan. So, feeling ko, hiwalay na.
In
Yung mga ganon.
fact, pag merong smoke, the slightest smoke, na maano mo, oh my gosh, mag-check kayong dalawa ng social media. Isustalk nyo, hahanapin nyo yung mga previous conversations.
Kasi nga, yung describe ni Dayan, yung parang puro screenshots na yung group.
Oo,
I
parang-
think, yun yung one test. Pag chinek nyo
Receipts.
yung chats nyo, yung pictures nyo, kung maraming more screenshots than quotes, I think, alam nyo na. Okay, so confirm. 4 out of 4 na tayo so far. Agree.
Agree, oo. Pero nakakatawa lang na wala lang.
Okay, to number 5.
Ay, wait, by the way, bago tayo mag-go to number 5, ano ka na ba? So, sinasabi, Filipinos are more in the community surveillance chismis scale versus extreme privacy. Where are you in the spectrum now?
Siguro closer still to the Filipino. Not even between. So, kuwari kung 0 si Filipino, 100 si Dutch, 50
Sa
in
extreme,
between.
yeah.
So, nasa 35. Parang more chismis pa din ako. Ikaw ba?
Same naman.
O,
Kasi
kala ko
lagi talaga.
i-claim mo na parang 78 ka na.
Hindi, kasi parang the fact na ang dami-dami nating sinishare dito sa barangay abroad, hindi to extreme privacy. To
Okay.
begin
Pero kasi
with.
diba, I think napag-sabi sa episode, even yung mga reunion sa Filipinas talaga.
Filipinas
wow,
kung mahal.
Siya? Spanish. Gets nyo na yung point. Parang 35% nostalgia, 45% chismis,
Chismis,
20% others. Parang
Oo. And ako, I genuinely like to be updated on, sana naman yung mga true and factual updates.
Pero minsan di mo na rin masabi, di
Di mo
ba?
na, parang yung 5, nagiging 6, nagiging 7, hanggang sa 100
yun na. Nga,
na.
parang even if wala, dahil wala, may reason. Di ba? Imbis na i-take na, you don't know what you don't know, ay, bakit di natin alam?
Tsaka
Kasi
yung konting mga actions, i-interpret in 10 different ways.
At saka ang galing ng investigative journalism sa Pilipinas. Yung parang, ay, hindi na tagged photo. Parang before tag photos yung gano'n. Tapos parang nawala na sa tag.
Paunahan maghanap ng receipts.
Tapos parang meron pa yung parang may nakikita ako na parating nasa photo. Diba?
Tapos babalikan. Kailan nangyari na andun yung girl? Babalikan yung dates. Ay, ito yung dates na nag-appear yung girl. Ito yung date na nag-break. Ito yung date na nag-delete ng photos. Ay, investigator yarn!
Tapos, yan yung mga sinasabi na walang time to pursue other things. Diba? Yung parang busy sa work. Pero, kung maka-investigate, akala mo Cheche Lazaro sa eyewitness or something. Diba?
True. So, confirming.
Okay, Miss Naya, number 5.
Okay, number 5. Canceling last minute versus keeping a commitment. Ano yung sa Pinoys?
Sabi nila, yung mga Pinoy daw, they cancel at the very last minute. It's incredibly common and easily forgiven. Yung mga parang biglang umulan or tinatamad ako or even may sakit ako. Parang it's normally acceptable and everyone understands na parang life happens. And then sa mga Dutch Europeans, Miss
Sabi sa
Diane?
Dutch and Europeans, because slots are booked. Because slots are booked weeks in advance in their agenda. Canceling last minute is considered a massive insult to the other person's time. A cancellation requires a heavy ironclad, sorry, Claude.
Ay, nakalagay.
Ironclad justification to avoid damaging the relationships. Grabe, parang nakapatay ka ng tao dun sa description sa Dutch.
So, agree or disagree?
Agree.
Nako, ang galing talaga ni Google Gemini. I think,
Agree
Diyos ko,
here.
umiiyak na yung mga puno. Kasi parang, ay, Diyos ko, tama na naman si Gemini.
Okay, wait, ikaw.
Alam mo, yung canceling plans at the last minute, ito yung every day, especially the day before and the day itself, i-reconfirm mo kung tuloy. Because I think it's so ingrained in the culture. And I think the other thing is, naisip ko kung, of course, pag bigger yung group, easier to cancel.
Correct.
Pag smaller yung group, of course, the bigger the parang
responsibility for you to not
responsibility
cancel.
to not cancel. Pero yun, I think totoo siya. And iniisip ko totoo siya kasi I've also done it wrongly. Alam mo yung, hindi ako proud ha, pero yung commitment sa Philippines, parang at least nung kabataan ko, ang daling mag-back out. As opposed dito nga sa ironclad commitment. Yung parang, ironclad, di ba? Parang, and I guess, mauubusan ka rin ng excuse.
May damage yung relationship pagka nag-cancel.
Dito mauubusan ka rin ng excuse kasi hindi na namang traffic. Di ba? Fine yung train. Pero honestly, ang daling i-verify nung train excuse.
Kasi makikita mo kung late ba talaga siya sa app. Yeah, I agree. Kasi the fact na kapag yun nga, nagre-rain check na, uy, tuloy ba? Parang it means, kasi there's a possibility na hindi tuloy. Versus yung mga Dutch, as in, minsan gusto ko magtanong talaga na, tuloy ba? Pero in their heads, tuloy yan. Kahit wala tayong usap ng 3 months, pag sinabi natin ganito, tuloy.
Ako nga dati, nung start pa lang ako dito, siguro mga first few months, nagtatanong pa ako nun sa mga Dutch na lumalabas ako with. Sasabihin ko, oy, tuloy ah. At sasabihin nila, oh, ba't mo ba tinatanong pa ulit?
Same naman.
Parang,
Oo.
di ba, usapan na natin. So, I guess, 5 out of 5, Dayan.
Yeah. Grabe.
Okay, and
Last.
yung last one,
Is okay lang ako or toxic positivity versus brutal honesty.
okay, so sabi nila, ang mga Filipino daw, even in the middle of a personal crisis or a literal typhoon, a Pinoy's social personality basically will still feature a smile, a joke, a TikTok dance. There is an immense cultural pressure to show resilience and say everything is fine. Okay lang yan. Okay lang
Yeah.
ako.
Whereas sa Dutch or Europeans, rejection of toxic positivity, there's a rejection of toxic positivity entirely. If life is bad, their online status or direct messages will say exactly that without any sugarcoating. They heavily participate in clag culture or complaining culture, bonding over terrible weather or train delays. Anong
I think-
POV mo dito?
I think di naman surprised to kasi diba sabi nga nila yung Dutch daw are very direct. Parang hindi uso yung parang uso naman yung everything is fine if everything is fine, pero if something is wrong, they will say it. I can also understand yung parang complaining culture. So I can't understand mareklamo rin ako. Pero parang I see it.
Na nagko-complain sila.
Mahilig sila mag-complain.
Yeah.
Of course, minsan at the back of my head, iniisip ko, okay, I hope they know how well they have it versus if they saw lives
Yeah, in a
in
third
the
world
Philippines.
country.
Pero yun, parang feeling ko, on the other hand, agree din ako na ang trademark talaga ng Pilipino, no, pag may mga music video yung ABS-CBN, for example, ng station ID.
Oo, yung mga baha,
Parang-
tapos binubuhat nila yung mga aso.
Pilipino parating nakangiti. Pilipino parating masaya.
Yes, it's nice to be resilient, but toxic positivity. Sabi
Sa
niya.
Philippines ba, pag may tinanong ka, kamusta? May sumagot na ba sa'yo?
Nung parang thesis answer ko kanina.
Oo, or parang, no, actually, I'm not okay. Sa Philippines, syempre yung hindi mo close. Kasi kung ka-close mo, of
Oo.
course,
Yung hindi ko
unfiltered.
close, wala.
And sa Dutch ba, may tinanong ka na
Wala din. Ikaw?
hindi ko alam kung iniimbento ko na lang to fit the narrative ng script. Pero parang feeling ko mas common sa Dutch na, yeah, there's just too much work today. Or yeah, the blah, blah, blah was, parang, yeah, the presentation was not good. Blah. So feeling ko, hindi ko alam kung ini-imagine ko nga lang to in my head to fit my narrative. Pero feeling ko, there's less chance of Dutch people saying everything's okay and will say it like it is. Diba? Either how they feel or how they perceive things.
Yung sinasabi lang nila mostly is like, I'm too tired. I'm tired.
Yung mga Dutch.
Oo.
Pero, di ba, hindi yun sasabihin ng Filipino na hindi mo close.
I
Unless si
guess.
Alice there.
Oo. Na
Diba?
parang kala mo pagod na siya, pero parang 8 hours of work lang naman.
Honestly, guys, napapagod na ako sa 8 hours of work.
I guess yung napansin ko to solidify this solidify or parang to give an
Liquefy.
example na toxic positivity sometimes yung culture natin versus sila na very direct. Meron akong office mate na hindi siya Dutch pero
Western European,
Nordics country siya. Na parang yung job niya, meron siyang one big project to deliver this year. Tapos isang project na long term. Tapos, dahil dumadami yung work for the long term big bet project, nangihingi siya ng help for this short term goal target this year. Na pag sa Philippines yan, and actually pati ako, yung projects na tinitake ko 5.
Correct.
For example. Tapos, for me, yung basis ko of you're doing a good job is, oh my gosh, kaya mong gumawa ng 5
Correct.
different tasks. Wow, good job. Pero sa kanya, nope, I can only do this. I will ask for help for this. And walang shame at all talaga to ask for help. And gulat na gulat ako na parang nangihingi siya ng tulong from me and my other colleague. Tapos parang in my head, teka lang, 5 yung projects ko, ikaw 2 lang. Tapos gusto mo maging 1.5 pa. Parang very different lang yung kung ako yon may shame ako of bakit hindi ako positive, bakit hindi ko kaya gumawa ng marami. Pero siya, wala siyang shame. Tapos, nagko-complain siya with little work. Pero,
Hi. Hello, office mate.
buti hindi mo naintindihan. But yun.
So, yung teammate ko, sabi ko, hoy, ba't parang, ako yung parating napupunta sa mga team building, ganyan.
Oo.
Sabi ko, diba sa'yo, hindi ko alam kung totoo siya, pero yung mga team building, yung mga extracurricular, parang ina-assign nila parati sa akin or sa mga Filipino. I feel that could be factual or not. Hindi ko pa ina-ask si Gemini. Tapos tinanong ko yung teammate ko na Dutch, sabi ko, ba't ikaw hindi ka na-assign dyan? Sabi niya sa akin, ayoko, sinabi ko talaga, nakarelate ako sa story mo. Sabi niya, okay lang sa akin i-take yan, pero i-drop mo tong isa kong ginagawa.
Oo, as in, ganun. Tapos may mga debates akong pinupuntahan na sa Philippines, parang nag-aagawan ng project. Tapos parang, ay, good job, Alistair. Good job, ganyan, Dayan. Na parang nagawa mo yan, even at konting resources, nag-go over and beyond ka 20 hours a week, a day to work just to deliver. Doon, yung mga meetings na na-attendan ko, prioritization meetings, ano yung idadrop in favor of this? Na parang, may ganyan pala. Sa Philippines, walang ganyan. Take everything.
Okay. As you can see, maraming po siyang na honestly, with the last 3 episodes we've shot, parang I think I'll take her to therapy. And on that note, Dayan, 6 out of 6 si Mr.
Correct.
or Miss Google or
Gemini.
MX Google Gemini.
Good job sa pag-generalize.
Based on our assessment, ha. Of course,
Yeah.
the other viewers can disagree. So, summarize lang natin. So, sabi niya, Filipinos are more flexible with time and the Dutch are more punctual. Sabi rin ni, ano pa yung sinabi ni Google Gemini? Sabi niya,
Ikaw
mas
sabi ng first
obsessed sa calendar ang mga Dutch, meaning mas rigid, I guess, in scheduling. Whereas yung Filipinos are more spontaneous.
Honestly, nawawala ko siya.
Sabi din nila, mas nagpo-procrastinate
Ito.
ang mga Filipino and mas hyper-efficient ang mga Dutch.
Yeah, ako na dito. Sabi, number 4 is chismis or community surveillance versus extreme privacy for the Dutch. For the Filipinos, canceling last minute versus keeping a commitment sa Dutch/Europeans. And lastly, the okay lang ako, toxic positivity for Filipinos and brutal honesty for the Dutch/Europeans.
Okay, so having said that, Diane, that concludes our podcast. Any call to action to our listeners?
Call to
viewers?
action is, it's up to you to decide kung if you agree or not to us. And it's up to us to think if we will go more, lean into more Dutch way of living or whatnot. I think that's a question to myself also. Again, therapy session. So with that, please support us by tuning in our or subscribing in our Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast, and follow us, like and subscribe or like sa Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. By the way, yung TikTok, paki-up naman kasi less than 20 ata yung followers natin sa TikTok. Walang engagement.
Okay, so yun, nagmamakaawa na po kami. And yun lang. Thank you again mga ka-brothers. See you next time.
Bye!